That was just a test. Make some noise out
Sunny,
there, folks.
windy, all part of day number 2, the Moosejaw US Pro Cup, presented by Oz Trails, as we are moments away from the start of our elite women's short track. And here we go, the whistle is going.
Who wants that whole shot?
Kate Courtney on the far left-hand side seems to be having a pretty good start, getting swamped around that first right-hand turn. Right up the middle. Looking very, very strong right there from Specialized. Haley Batten decided to be able to come straight to the front. So Batten is on front. It looks like Kate Courtney might have been squeezed in there to second or third spot, and a few more riders now coming around the corner. So strung out, staying all together, and how long will it stay like that? That is the big question. Yesterday's winner, Sevilla Blanc, doing a good job also in that Stars and Stripes jersey. She slotted into about 4th position as Batten continues to push the pace. Here's that downhill. It's got a quick turn. Some riders will go on the outside to be able to keep a little bit more momentum, using that berm to keep their speed. Other riders taking the inside, Batten taking the inside of that. This is a little bit downhill. Then you're going to have a flat section on the bottom part of this course before you head up and to have a little bit of a long climb. And so there are sections on this course where you can start to be able to get a little bit of a gap. Coming up right now, instead of 2 abreast, almost 3 abreast, as Sevilla Blanc now on the far right-hand side is trying to be able to move up. Haley Batten wanting nothing of it as she's trying to be able to stay up there. Batten, the 23-year-old out of Santa Cruz, California, racing for Specialized in that dark kind of reddish-purple jersey. Good, strong rider, taking a 9th at the Tokyo Olympics. Previous under-23 World Cup winner as well. Kate Courtney holding her own, also sitting very comfortable in second. Kate Courtney, a graduate from Stanford University, sitting in second position. Sevilla Blanc just behind her, kind of looking around, trying to be able to see who's on there. I think that was Cindy Montembault doing a good ride right there. Is 8, 9, 10 riders kind of being able to stick together right now. No big gaps formed, as it's really a strong field here that has showed up for the 2022 race. Taking different lines, the A line or the B line, obviously different riders deciding on what part. Part of it is to just not have anybody in front of you. And then, so on this section of the race course, this is where the riders, and once they're in a good position and they're on the front, they're going to spread out across and just kind of ride a little bit of a tempo. In the back, though, very hard to be able to keep the tempo to be able to catch up. So a little bit of a breather here. They're taking a little bit of a rest. The riders in the front 5, front 6 are able to kind of gather their breath before they turn, before they start getting onto an uphill. Riders in the back having to be able to latch on and trying to be able to move up. They're not getting that breather. So when the next acceleration comes, that is where things could snap and start to fall apart. Left-hand side right now in the Maxxis jersey, I think that was Batten on the attack. Or excuse me, I think that was Specialized jersey with Haley Batten on the attack right there.
All right, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Careful getting down, it's a little sketchy at the top.
Good fight for position as these riders now are winding their way, getting ready to be able to come through Stonehenge and then make their way through lap number 1. Joining me in the booth, event organizer, the promoter, the designer actually of this course as well, Ty Cady, as he has been watching the race and kind of dealing with everything that's been going on. And Ty, it keeps hitting me because I keep talking about how windy it is, and that's got to be playing some havoc with the course conditions and everything that's going on out there. And then what about the riders? Are they even like complaining about it?
any complaints, welcome to Arkansas in spring, Frankie. It's a mixed bag of weather out here.
Yeah, pretty mixed right there as they go through. But one rider you mentioned maybe not wanting to attack, but definitely going on the attack was Haley Batten, and we had some other riders in that front group. That was Lori Arsenault coming across the line in second place. So Lori Arsenault, Sophia Blanc was right there as well. Also in that front group was Alexa Scarda. So Alexa Scarda just a little bit further back. Haley Batten made it in that front group as well. Magali Rochette and also Michele Thompson. Just to name a few, because it's kind of all connected. You know, it's not like anybody has separated themselves from the others. And
so I do see the Stars and Stripes as Sevilla Blanc. So she's a U23 racer, Frankie, but has won the elite title. So I'm looking for her to do real good well. So we got Smith, Arsenal, Blanc, Scarda, Batten, Roche, Gibson, Thomas, all in there. And Kelsey Urban rounding out the top 10. So tight group. You got Monroe and Holcomb, Ruth Holcomb, 11th and 12th. And those are some of the younger racers. So
yeah, last year's winner, Sofia Gomez Villafan, took the win here in the short track in 2021. Be interesting to see if she has the form to be able to get up here with the leaders right now. But it really has been Haley Batten and Kate Courtney is having a good ride on the first lap, being able to stay up near the front. But definitely a mixture. I mean, nobody has really decided to be able to take off, and that might be because of the wind. You know, they're deciding like it's too hard by themselves to be able to get away solo, and maybe just trying to be a little bit more patient. Very short race, though, at only 4 laps, and so that's a little bit different than what the riders are used to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think this wind is making it way more tactical. Everyone's sitting in. You know, you don't want to sit on the front. Frankie, you would know about just burning energy, right? And the more you're out there, you know, 20-30% more effort just to put yourself out in the wind. So we'll see how they work together, and we'll see what happens.
Nice seeing Haley Smith. I talked about her practicing her starts on the line here. The 28-year-old leading them through, racing for Maxxis Factory Racing. She also went to Puerto Rico earlier this year with a 5th place there. She was 6th at the Sea Otter Classic as well. Haley Smith, a previous national champion, more recently a bronze medalist at the national championships and a Tokyo Olympian.
Big group still. Look at that. And just like we called, look at everyone just kind of
last lap they kind of grouped up here. The front riders taking it a little bit easier because they were already in position. They weren't going. This time going a little bit harder, trying to be able to keep it strung out. Before it was really regrouped to a, you know, it swelled to a group of like 25. Now, not as much as right now. They're trying to be able to get back into position. Riders coming from way in the back to get up there.
Man, and I don't like Kate Courtney that far back. Look at that. Look at that on her pedals. It does not look good, but you can never count her out. But I know Kate likes to race at the front, so I don't know if Kate's having a bad day. Maybe she's got a flat. Who knows what's going on, but it's surprising to see her that far back.
Magali Rochette now coming through the front. Nice to be able to see that. Rider from Quebec, racing for Specialized, world champion silver medalist in 2019. She came off of Magali Rochette. She went to the Cactus Cup, won the Cactus Cup down there. Very strong rider. Yep. Talked about, you know, if you're going to be a world champion silver medalist, you know what you're doing.
Right.
So Rochette even gets past right now. The wind taking its toll. Different riders now. This is a big attack, trying to be able to come around all of them. Stonehenge, very, very twisty, windy. Look how fast they are going all the way to the edge of the bricks right now as they get ready to come in to be able to complete lap number 2.
Yeah, look at them using every inch of this course, Frankie, trying to squeeze out every mile an hour they can go because they know how precious it is to keep momentum. So back to Rochette, great cross rider. So she's able to just burn that candle for 30 to 45 minutes. That's usually a cross race up to an hour. So this is probably in her wheelhouse. So she could be the sleeper right now. And she's looking really comfortable in that second place right now.
Well, coming through the start-finish line is going to be Jennifer Jackson, Magali Rochette, Haley Batten, Haley Smith, Sevilla Blanc, Kelsey Urban. Sophia Gomez Villafan is in that group. Yep. That's number 8 in that group. Gwendolyn Gibson has made it in there as well. Michaela Thompson, Ruth Holcomb, Lori Arsenault. Alexa Scarda a little bit further down. She's about 7 seconds down, Alexa Scarda. So she's going to have to be able to go around some riders to be able to make contact with that front group.
Absolutely, and I like to see Vigiafane. So Sophia Vigiafane had a bad crash. Talked to her a little bit, got it stitched up, got it cleaned up, and now she's back at the sharp end of the field. So great bounce back for Sophia. Great aerial view shot of this from our drone right now. So Rochette has taken the lead. We got Batten, Smith, Blanc, Urban, Vigiafane, Gibson, Thomas, Holcomb, and Arsenal.
Yeah, strong rider, Rochette.
Yep.
Last year she won in Sherbrooke and she won St. Felicien in Canada.
Yep.
And so those are two big wins for her there. And of course, this year starting off with, I think it was a 3-day or 4-day stage, I think a 3-day stage race in Texas, which was the Cactus Cup. Pretty much sweeping it down there, winning all of them.
Wow, that's surprising, Frankie. Look at Kate Courtney. She's lost contact with that major group. So Kate just must not be feeling good. Maybe all that travel we talked about from Brazil, and she's been jet setting quite a bit, trying to grab some points. You know, it happens to all of us. We have a bad day, but really surprising to see Kate Courtney not in that lead group.
Yeah, next lap around, going to try to pay a little bit more attention, try to see where exactly she is in that group. New riders now coming to the front, forcing Rochette into second place. That is Jennifer Jackson. So nice as Jennifer Jackson in that pink jersey coming up to the front.
Yeah, strong ride for Jackson to put herself at the sharp end of the field.
Yeah, so that pink jersey's from Canyon. Jennifer Jackson racing for Canyon as she has made her way up into the front right now, trying to be able to push that pace. The Canyon Mountain Bike National Team. Jackson went to Brazil World Cup, was 27th and 25th at the Brazilian World Cup. She's actually Canadian National Cross Country Champion.
Man, I'm starting to see it splinter a little bit now. I'm starting to see a group of maybe 5, 6 at the front.
There's Katie
Little
Courtney.
grabs.
Katie
Yeah,
Courtney's about maybe 10 or 11 riders back.
She's maybe bridging
She did
back
a big
up.
effort. She did a huge
Yeah.
effort to stay in the front in the very beginning, you know, yeah, maybe it took its toll, but she had a big effort to be able to stay there. She's trying to be able to come back, but you can see that little bit of a gap to Kate Courtney, about 3 seconds off the back. In the meantime, last year's winner, Sofia Gomez-Villafan, is in this group. Alexa Scarda is in this group as well, trying to be able to move up from off the back of this group. But on the front, it looks like Jackson and Magali Rochette are the ones pushing the pace. On the far right-hand side in the Stars and Stripes, Sevilla Blanc, your winner from the cross-country race yesterday. So still anybody's race right now.
No, absolutely. I think we had a group of like 10, 12 there. But you know, if you get isolated in the wind, and I don't know if the fans can see that or not here, it is cracking up on this Centennial Park Hill. So you definitely want to stay in that lead group. You want to stay sheltered. I'd say 2 or 3 back. I'd say I like where Batten's at. I like where Vigiafane's at. I like where Sevilla's back. You can cover an attack, but you're kind of tucked away in that, and you let someone else do the work. And let's see if Kate can fight to get back on. It looks like she got yo-yoed a little bit, and it looks like that rubber band broke. But there she is. She's starting to get back onto Scarda and someone else. So she's clawing her way back up, but man, that's just a lot of matches to burn.
Yeah, there's nothing you're going to be able to do like that. With 1.2, 1.3 miles for a loop and you're coming around, it's going to be bell lap, 1 lap to go. You know, that's just maybe you get a top 10, but you're not going to catch the leaders because these guys are just waiting for their time to attack.
Absolutely.
So they are going to accelerate and they're going to start flying on the uphills as well as the downhills. Any place on this racetrack they can take advantage to try to drop somebody, they're going to try to do that. And so they're getting ready to come through right now. Talladega Corner is the last one they come around, then they come into the start-finish line, and they are going to be getting bell lap with 1 lap to go.
Wow, look at those flags, Frankie. Just absolutely cracking on Stonehenge. All right, big group. Oh, Kate Courtney's about to latch on. I don't know if she'll be able to do anything, but
nice ride on the front right there coming through.
so we got Urban, Batten.
Yeah, Kelsey
Rochette,
Urban, Team 31 on the front.
Up. Yep. Blanc's in there, Smith.
And Urban just getting swarmed right there, just coming off of the cement right there. 2 riders going right past her, so Urban gets forced back into third.
Yeah, but
in that black jersey.
Rochette and Batten now at the front, the two Specialized riders. I think Rochette is our sleeper. She's really a cross specialist. She does have a mountain bike background, but last few years has really been focusing on cross, but moved back into mountain bike, taking a swing at the World Cups. And I think this short lactic threshold effort is right in her wheelhouse. So let's see what she does. Probably got a little mean sprint in her. So let's see what she does. Didn't have a great cross country race, so maybe looking for a little redemption today.
Kelsey Urban second at this race last year, so she knows the course and knows how to be able to ride it. She's put it in the rider with the 3T right in the back, sitting in third position. Fifth position, Stars and Stripes, Sevilla Blanc. Second position, Magali Rochette. Looks like Rochette just came by Haley Batten just right around that corner right now, so it'll be interesting to see in our next view who's actually leading them through right there. But this is a compact group, 7 riders, all still very much with each other. Some of them looking for some space, and that's part of the reason they're not able to go. They can't find the opening to be able to show their strength, and that's exactly what's happening right now as one of the riders coming through.
All right, so who's coming into view right now? Number 26 from the Canyon team. And I've got...
No, I think that was... No, I don't think that was Emily Johnston. That doesn't make sense. Norco team would be black jersey.
No. Canyon. I think that's Canyon, if I was correct, but I could have...
That could have been Lori Arsenault from the Canyon team.
There you go. That's who I think it is. It is Arsenault maybe back at the front. Rochette Batten. This thing's shuffling a little bit in the trees there. I got lost a little bit, but... Thought I caught a 26 there, Frankie. I know those pink colors of Emily Batty, so I know that's a Canyon rider, and I think it's Arsenal, if I'm saying that right. Look at Batten sneaking up on the inside. And then I think I see the 31 team of
look at that. Lori Arsenault getting passed up. Unbelievable.
Now, where's
They're
that
going
Stars
back
and
and
Stripes?
forth, aren't they? Batten is trying to be able to get up there as well.
Stars and Stripes on the outside. Look at Sevilla starting. Sevilla Blanc working her way up. She didn't earn those Stars and Stripes for no reason at all. She knows what she's doing. She had a great win, a lot of confidence right now. But did she drain the legs a little bit, Frankie? Will she have anything here? Vija Fognier's in there. Scarda. Is that Monroe or is that Holcomb? I think that's Monroe. Kate's fighting to get back on. All right, now they're lighting the match. People starting to throw darts. Look at, it's Rochette, just like I thought, making it go.
Big test right now. Magali Rochette decided to be able to keep it on the front. Obviously, staying in the front is a good position. You can find your line. You can keep everybody challenged, but there's definitely an advantage. With this much wind out here, if you're sitting in second and third position, you are going to get a little bit of a draft. You are going to have an advantage, and now we're having some riders starting to be able to move up. The challenge is on as they're trying to get around some of these turns.
Is that Gibson on the Norco moving up? I think it is. I think Gibson snuck up on the inside. Yeah, I think
Stars and Stripes jersey of Sevilla Blanc is off the back. She's not going to be a contention for the win. And so right now, Magali Rochette. Now here comes a huge attack, a big acceleration, just trying to be able to get it. Shut the door.
Wow.
Magali Rochette shut the door, shutting down. I believe that was Arsenault trying to be able to get by. Could not get by as Rochette stays on the front. So that was one sprint that Arsenault did to get to the corner. It was shut down. Will she have another sprint in her legs right now as they're getting around the Talladega corner, getting ready to be able to come into the finish? And look at that. It's the technique, the skill,
I told you,
carving
Frankie.
the turns, the cyclocross skills of Magali
was my
Rochette coming
sleeper.
through. What an incredible ride right now, getting away from everybody else, and she will take the win. Magali Rochette from Specialized winning the short track here.
Wow, that was the sleeper, Frank, and I thought she might have that in her. She obviously did. Skilled artist at the short lactic effort, the cross background. Great ride for Rochette. Awesome.
So unofficially, Magali Rochette taking the win. Jennifer Jackson in second. Haley Batten in third. Gwendolyn Gibson. Then it was Kelsey Urban who managed to stay in that group. Sofia Gomez Villafayan was in that group. Sevilla Blanc 2 seconds off the back. Then it was Madigan Monroe, Haley Smith, Alexa Scarda, Kate Courtney, Lori Arsenault, and Michaela Thompson. So I think I misidentified when we thought that was Arsenault. That was actually Jennifer Jackson. So for that, so Jennifer Jackson ended up finishing second, which tied her, and that was an track. That was really fun to watch. You can see a lot of these riders now trying to be, you can imagine the lung burn, right, from going that hard for such a short effort. As you can see, congratulations being told to all of the different riders, and especially to Magali Rochette.
Yeah, great ride for Magali. You know, she's making this transition. She's making a go at it. Brazil was a little rough on her. Did have a good Cactus Cup. But, you know, I could just tell by where she was positioned, and I knew this is, like, perfect for her. What a great ride. Exciting to see her back. That's going to give her some confidence and a well-deserved win. So, absolutely, Frankie, the win just made it just a whole nother level of difficult. These races are hard enough. It's a pure anaerobic effort, and then you add this wind, and man, I wouldn't want to be out there.
That would be interesting to see how much the wind actually played a factor in the way the race went or not. But riders all now chilling out, being able to get something to eat and drink as they have day number 2 done, and they'll be start thinking about how to prepare for tomorrow's cross-country races coming up as day number 3 of the Moosejaw US Pro Cup presented by Oz Trails continues. Up next is going to be our Elite Men, and that's coming up at 1:30. 1:30 will be our Men Elite. We're going to start staging, I believe, at 1:15. So we have about 15 minutes until we're going to have our men staging as the rest of our women continue to come across the line. Wind continues to blow here as our mountain bike races continue to race. Stick around, and I'm going to take a little bit of a quick break, get something to eat and drink, and when we come back, it will be time for our Elite Men short track.